always the same. Do not desire for anything. Shake off your flesh, see without eyes, into the great river inside.
So, hello everyone. I hope everybody's well.
Hello. That song is nice.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
I was like, oh, that's a vibe. I like that.
I have definitely found like a love of renegade folk, it's called, like a
Oh, is
genre.
that what it's called? Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it morning or evening for people? I don't know.
It
I
is
don't know.
afternoon, Arxenium.
So, it's been a while since our last stream.
Yeah.
It's just I had mic problems, so I'm in markets and it's hard to do streaming when you're on the road for markets.
yeah. Yeah. I get that. And then if you don't got a good mic, it makes it even harder. So,
Yeah. But last time you were here, we did a really fun stream about
hmm
weird things in the oceans.
yes. Yes. And I
And
found out about, what, oh man, what is it called? Peacock shrimp? Is that what
the
it's called?
peacock mantis shrimp that like punches,
Yeah. Yes.
they're
My
great. They're
favorite.
phenomenal.
Yes.
I have some more fun animals to share today that I hope you guys really enjoy. And there's also been some new really cool discoveries in the ocean.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're always discovering new stuff because like
It's
it's
like,
hard to catch everything
yeah,
at the one time.
like what, 75% of the ocean we don't know, like about, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think about that
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
the
I
time.
do, Molly.
I feel like the ocean just gets wackier, but not necessarily deadlier. But it definitely gets wackier the deeper you go.
You don't think it gets deadlier?
Not necessarily because sometimes things are too small to do any.
Oh,
You know
okay. I
what I
see what you
mean?
mean.
Like
Yeah,
they're just
yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
So, make sure I have. We're just gonna start off with some cool things. We'll stop sharing that screen and we'll share this next one. And we're just gonna start off with some discoveries made over the year of 2023 because there's lots of things. I don't want that. So they found a gigantic seamount,
What's that?
which is like a big hill. It's a mountain.
Oh, oh,
It's a
in the
big
ocean.
hill. No, it's a mountain. Yeah, in the ocean. It is near Guatemala. It says.
Ah, does it come
Um,
up like? Are we able to see it, or is it so far below that they had to, go digging for that?
by the looks of it, depending on like what kind of camera they're using,
Mm-hmm.
you can get it. Hi, unprotected Lex.
Hey, I'm
Um,
protected.
it stands 1,600 meters, and it lies. So it's at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the ocean, which is 2,400 meters. So that's quite down there.
Yeah, that sounds far enough. Damn, that's so. Every time you even think about the ocean, it's wild to me how far down things are.
It
You know
is.
what I mean? Relative to us, like you would think that when we're stepping on the floor, that we're stepping on like the deepest that you can go, right?
Yeah, that's what you.
And then you hit the ocean, and it's like, no, there's even more.
It gets deeper, guys. It
right.
gets deeper. And it's almost more mind-boggling than like thinking of a mountain because
hmm
like mountains go so high up,
Yes, yeah, that's true.
but then like you have to think about these mountains at the bottom of the ocean and this whole geography down there that's like hundreds of meters deep.
Right. it's amazing to me. No, we're not talking about panda fish yet, which is, I mean, my mind has been
You know
blown.
what? There's probably somewhere there's going to be a panda fish.
Hey, I need a panda fish. I love me some pandas.
I feel like there's lionfish, right? Catfish, dogfish, dog
There has to
shark.
be a panda. But there was one on Twitter. Um, I was tagged in. They look like little pandas. They're panda fish. They're amazing.
There's these ones that I'll have to see if I can find them later for you,
Mm.
but they're like a type of sea sponge, but they look like little skeletons,
Oh
and they
man,
just
that's
hang out.
terrifying.
They're actually kind of cute. It's like a cartoon
Really?
skeleton. Yeah.
Okay, I want to see that.
Another really not so cool thing, kind of unfortunate because it is a
Mhm.
sign of climate change, is that they found heat waves at the bottom of the oceans.
Oh, isn't the bottom of the ocean like really cold? Like
Yeah,
way cold? Oh
unless
wow, yeah. So that's not good.
unless you're in like near a hydrothermal vent, which do occur, and that's where like they spew out things from under the crust of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold, but those things are hot.
Right.
But yeah, they found, and just kind of example, but heat waves. So it's kind of alarming, and hopefully something that we can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
it also
because that can be good. Like if it's getting that low.
no, and then like a lot of those fish can't stand the heat. Like you adapt to in one extreme, they
Mm-hmm.
can't adapt to a new extreme.
Ah, got you. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I guess unless they're like those extremophile bacterias, but that's not what a fish is. But
Mm-hmm.
um,
Oh
then
my
they
god.
found this mysterious golden orb.
Is
We
it a
still don't
fit?
really. Oh,
I'm sorry.
no,
New
that's
York is
okay.
burning down. I apologize. Good.
I've got cats running around, so like they found it in the Gulf of Alaska.
Mhm.
Initial analysis reveal it was biological in origin, but we still don't really know what it was because unfortunately, when they picked it out, they actually tried to
Mhm.
take it up to the surface. It just went into a goop pile.
Really?
Yeah, so they
So it was
have
like a living thing, and then but then once it came up to, I don't know, the surface, then it just kind of like, that's interesting. Okay.
kind of, yeah, and like one explanation for that would be is that the differences in pressure, right?
Oh.
Because if you're at the bottom of the ocean, you're under so much pressure that you take the body up too quickly, you're just going to kind of go and die.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, would that happen to us the opposite way around?
Yes,
Mm.
humans can only go so deep before they just go squirt, and that's what happened to the Ocean Gate fella. You remember the submarine?
Did we? Oh, right. Yes, the one where they were going to look for the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, on the previous one, Arcadian brings up a neat point. Currents take water from near the surface down and around the globe, and in doing so involve thermodynamics, which can lead to a lot of global. I can't read. For check Pokemon for evidence.
Thank you, Artenia. Important
Also,
facts.
yeah. Well, it's sometimes cartoons have reality. Throw it in there.
Mm.
It says also the golden orb was most likely bacteria using gold as a conductor in its biology, and then
Oh.
scientists. I think the article says they also believe it could have been a egg case. So, like the
Mm-hmm.
case of another creature's eggs are a sponge, because sponges.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. They got the bend.
Bends is a term that divers use when you go up too quickly,
Uh huh.
because when those bubbles of gases kind of start to change, they
Mm-hmm.
usually find themselves in your joints. So it's like the bend,
Mm.
right?
Oh, that's what that's called. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And changes in
So.
pressure can seriously damage living. Yeah. Nitrogen's in the bloodstream. But yeah. pressure
Science.
pressure changes like really extreme. Even when you go to space, like that's why they have to enclose
Yeah.
every.
Nitrogen bubbles in the blood. Mm.
There was a very horrendous accident that
Mm.
all the nitrogen caused everyone to just die. They kind of exploded. So
What?
another,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I can't show any of it here because like they
Yeah,
have
no.
photos all over. But if you are interested, it was called the Belford Dolphin accident.
Mm-hmm.
Be very, very mindful if you go looking up about these things, is you're going to not see great things. But
Yeah.
it's one
I
of
can only imagine.
and that's why they pay so much money to those people in those positions, is because they are
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Xenobiology. Is that what it's called? That's.
Ooh, I'm not scientific. I just like looking at pretty animals.
Molly, I can probably survive. I learned how to swim when I was younger. I learned from, but I've never really practiced it in a way. Like it was like a program that we had to where we would go to another school and they had a pool in the school, which is not common out here, but they did, and so we would get to learn how to swim. So I did learn how to swim, and I do know how to float and stuff, but I don't practice it, so I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saving anybody, but I probably can maybe save myself, possibly.
You can save yourself. You could stay afloat.
Right, I can float. That's about it. I might still panic, and if somebody is more, if somebody is a little bit better at swimming, they probably should be the one to help out, not me.
Is our swimming pool? Are swimming pools at public schools really common? Because I like that just in television, but I've never actually gone to a school that had a pool.
Not out here. Like now, I believe that was like one of the last schools that had a public school. I mean, a swimming pool. Now, it's more so like you'll get them in like centers and like big gyms, but you could go to a pool there or like Central Park, like in some of the bigger parks. But like yeah, in the schools, nah, not so much. Not out here, at least. No.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Although we were like close enough, we could just walk to the public pool. So
yeah.
Lex did what she wasn't supposed to do and looked it up. But yes, the photos are like it's the science behind the incident is really interesting, but it is a horrible what happened. So I haven't watched that video yet. Now, if Holoful is mentioning Dive Talk, and if you have like any kind of interest in diving, or even just watching people dive because they do post videos of their dives, it's a really great channel. But Woody recently had, I'm not entirely sure what happened because I haven't watched the video yet, but Woody's one of the two hosts, and I guess something scary happened. But he's okay by the look, like he's okay because he reacted to the video of whatever happened.
See, I can never get it. Like that kind of stuff kind of scares me. You know, like I admire people who could kind of like, I don't know, even with swimming, like I'll swim, like I'll go to a pool, maybe go but so far like on a beach, but like going like to the middle of the ocean or diving or whatever, I don't think so.
They do cave diving too.
That gotta be so cool.
I couldn't.
Oh my god!
You see such amazing things, but I don't think I couldn't because it's that claustrophobic feel.
Yeah.
And the being like, I just don't think I can. I don't think that people should just not do it. But if you're gonna do it, make sure you're like prepared and
mentally
educated. He got the okay. I'm glad he's okay.
Okay.
He got the he got the bends. And Gus has been looking really good. Like Gus managed to keep the weight off. He lost a lot of weight over, I want to say the summer or fall, and he's just looking really good.
Oh, okay.
Like healthy weight loss. He just Hollow Fall. I mentioned it one day in the thing, but did you go? Oh, here I was gonna say you were. What kind of diving did you do? I'm just curious.
What is that? What occurred?
I can't
That's
see anything in the
fascinating.
water. Yeah, you can dive here, and some of the lakes are really clear. Some of them are not, but usually when people dive here, it's either just for recovery purposes, so like there's an accident and they have to recover a body, or they're like fishing.
So it's
Because the
not
lakes
really
around
like
here
to
do
like
get really
just
deep, yeah.
um, it's not like to discover anything in a way.
Well, you discover things by accident,
Mm.
baby. Free diving. I don't know if I could free dive.
Oh,
A lot of
free
spear
diving.
fishing. Would you go lionfish hunting, Lucifer? That's my question.
Lionfish. Lionfish. Do you hunt the lionfish to eat it, or
Yes,
is it
they
just
do
a,
eat them.
okay?
In the Gulf of Mexico, they're an invasive species. So
Ah, okay.
what they've been doing is encouraging divers to hunt them, and then the divers can either keep them themselves to eat, or they can give them or sell them or whatever to restaurants who cook them.
I wonder how they taste. Do they taste good?
That's what I hear is they taste good, but I've never had it.
Mm.
Like I can't imagine the cost of importing one to where I live.
Yeah, right. From the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. They've also discovered an egg-covered volcano in the Canadian Pacific coastline. So, just
Oh.
off the coast of BC, I'm guessing
Uh-huh.
is would have been they found this volcano, and I guess it's still an active volcano, which also means it's a mountain too, which is
Mhm.
terrifying. Um,
Yeah.
but it's covered in eggs,
What kind of eggs?
shark and skate eggs. So have you ever
Oh
heard of a mermaid purse?
no.
Well, they call them mermaid purses, but sometimes you get the empty casings washing up on shore, and it's
Mhm.
usually a shark egg casing. So it's just like the case, but it looks neat.
Oh.
Um, they estimate there could be anywhere from 100,000 to over 1 million eggs in the area. When the eggs hatch, the seamount will likely provide an ideal habitat for the juveniles to
Oh.
grow. So it's really important to preserve
That's kind of
these spaces.
yeah, yeah. I've gotten into more or just maybe have been more conscious of this since I've like grown an interest in like pandas, and I didn't realize that they were being preserved. Like
Yeah.
that they have to be kept so that they don't go extinct. And I'm like, yeah, like that makes sense for some of these other things to be preserved because if not, then I mean, nature will
Mhm.
take its course, or just not even nature, but people doing what people
It's usually
do. Yeah,
people.
people doing what people fucking do and destroying stuff.
There is, I think, an area off the coast of one of the Hawaiian Islands right now that's in a bit of controversy because some companies want to do deep sea mining there, but may well, I mean, I don't know if they care, but would
Right.
destroy like the oasis of a vital ecosystem that is there.
Mm.
So it's kind of, it's usually people, unfortunately, but it's also people that like work really hard to preserve them.
I mean, and when you look at like when I've seen like videos of like under what you call 'em, like the coral reefs and just like the way that the sort of ecosystem works together, it's like perfect in the way that it has to work together.
Mm-hmm.
So to disrupt that or even destroy it is like, damn, you couldn't do nothing else. But I
It
mean,
can't not. Yeah.
can
I
go
like.
around them.
Can't we find a place that has absolutely nothing?
Right.
Like, I'm sure we could find those places.
Exactly.
So, kind of another weird fun thing they discovered is a methane leak in the Baltic Sea.
Oh,
So,
that's not good.
the there are gases under the ocean and
Mm-hmm.
under the crust of the earth, and sometimes when that ground breaks up, these things come up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but these are huge apparently. Basically bubbling everywhere from an area roughly covering 7.7 square miles, coming from a depth of about 1,300 feet. So that's like really deep and a
Jesus.
big
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, that well, I mean, but what would that like if the methane if that gets worse, how would it like? Does it kill all the animals in that area? Like, how does it
I,
affect the?
I think it would
the
disrupt like the. I didn't mean to interrupt. I
No, it's
apologize.
okay. Go
I
ahead.
think it would disrupt the kind of grounds. It is also a greenhouse gas, is another thing. Like methane does occur naturally, and
Okay.
I guess what they're thinking right now is that the researchers think the methane is coming from decaying organic matter on the sea floor. So
Mm,
they're still working on researching it. Like when you get these new discoveries, it can still take like months to
yeah,
get more
to figure it
information.
out. Yeah.
They've also discovered the deepest dwelling fish ever.
Oh, that fish got to be ugly because all
I don't
them
know, they're
fish
kind of
down there are
cute.
so ugly. Let me see.
Kind of cute.
Oh, that's not too bad. Because some of them other fish were some rough
Yeah, they're
looking
kind of
creatures.
cute.
Those don't look too bad.
Well, a lot of fish look like kind of
They look
okay.
transparent.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
that in caves too. Actually, sometimes like
Hmm.
there's everyone likes axolotls, right? That little dragony looking salamander.
Hmm.
They have a cousin that's called like an or an ohm. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. That are like them, but they're longer, like spaghetti pieces, and they
Hmm.
have no eyes because they don't need them.
Why? Oh, because they can't see down there, right? Or
Yeah, they
no?
live in a cave. There's no light, so
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
um, these are they believe a species of snailfish at the bottom of a trench near Japan.
Oh,
So how far down did they say? 8,336 meters down.
what's that? What's that translate to?
That's 27,349 feet.
Oh, damn, that's deep.
That, yeah.
Christ.
They have replaced their scales with the gelatinous layer that helps absorb the pressure. The snailfish also contain special chemicals that protect them on a cellular level.
Wait, so to go deeper in the sea, do all we have to do is get like we can get a layer of gelatinous like
We just have to
material,
get.
and we can go further down.
Hey, Trey.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Barrow?
Hi, Barrow. Yeah, when it's so deep, there's no need for a thick skin that protects from. Yeah, there isn't. So
Makes
when you
sense.
get into these extreme environments, the bodies do weird things. Like another interesting example is the greenhouse is the Greenland shark, which is basically its blood is like full of antifreeze. It's like natural or pee,
Right.
right? So they don't
Oh.
freeze.
Oh. So it's like warm? Is
Yeah,
that
they have to
why?
keep warm
Right.
because the oceans that they're
Insulates?
swimming in.
Right. Or so cold.
Yeah. Hi, Darrow.
What's up, Barrow? Oh my
Um,
god.
they
Ugh.
also discovered this year deep sea coral reefs,
Oh yeah.
which is really interesting because usually coral reefs are really close to the surface
Mm-hmm.
in comparison.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is
That's what
off,
I've always seen them like
yeah,
close to, you know.
really colorful, vibranty, because they usually feed off of plankton, which does need sunlight to a degree, if
Mm-hmm.
I know correctly. These were found off the coast of Ecuador, near the Galapagos Islands, which themselves are just like wild little islands.
Mm-hmm.
The reef sits at about 1,000 feet deep, which is much deeper than most coral reefs, and the larger of the two is more than 2,006 meter or feet long. So it's a pretty good size.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good size. I wonder what they feed on. Like you'd have to observe them for a while, but I wonder what they're feeding on in comparison to the adult. And then, yeah, pristine wildlife is under threat, unfortunately. In a May study, researchers revealed that one of the most promising new sites for future deep sea mining is home to more than 5,000 newly identified animal species, which could be
Wow.
yeah.
Man, it's like every time they discover something, there's always more.
Yeah, and it's also just like really alarming that you could potentially kill off like 5,000 new whole species that
Yeah,
easily.
that's true too. I mean, I guess I still hope that mermaids are real.
Yeah, and the reason they're at the bottom of the ocean is because of Billy. Deep sea.
What makes sense is they will have like transparent skin, gelatinous, because apparently that helps with the pressure or whatever. Um,
They wouldn't have scales.
right. And they probably wouldn't have eyes either.
Yeah, they wouldn't need eyes at that depth.
Right.
So, do we want to find mermaids? I think they're not going to be what people
Those
want.
motherfuckers are ugly. Like, they're probably frightening looking. Hell no. They stare their ass down there, please.
Researchers analyzed more than 100,000 individual records collected from the area and estimated that 90% of the species that could be identified as new to science. Deep sea mining, which could possibly begin in a few years, would threaten all of these species.
Wow.
Which is,
That's
yeah,
sad.
it's, yeah, you said it exactly.
Yeah.
Pivoting a bit away from the sad, they found they were exploring a hydrothermal vent in the Pacific Ocean. So this is kind of what we were talking about when that hotness spews out of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's in these vents, and usually life grows around them because they're spewing out a lot of minerals. But this year, they decided to look under the vents, scraping away the ocean floor using a robotic arm of an ROV. In doing so, they discovered a diversity of sub-seafloor creatures, including worms, snails, and deep-dwelling octopuses.
Whoa!
Isn't that neat? They just were like, cool. It's like when you flip a rock over, right?
Yeah, it's like it reminded me in Lion King when they flipped over the thing and they found all the Timon and Pumbaa. I hate that.
I want to be eating.
That's the only reference I have to go to. Oh yeah, that cartoon. I remember seeing that.
That one cartoon we all remember. So the reason why it all seems like we discover something to have humanity destroy it is because humans need funds to explore and find new things, and those funds are most likely provided by. Yeah, kind of. I think too, like there's a lot of research and effort into going into the bottom of the ocean just because like James Cameron exists.
So
he likes to go in the ocean.
Ah, okay.
He's like the actual director. He's one of the few people who've actually been to like the deepest part of the ocean. I think there's like 3 or 4.
Oh, that's the guy I think you showed me last time.
He directed Titanic.
Okay.
And the Avatar movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I
think we're naturally inquisitive too, to some degree. Yeah. And then I think there's that truth is like if you want the funding to do these things, then you have to present some sort of value to it, and that's the way that you present the value. Like, oh, we can extract resources, or we can, so give me money now, and it works almost every time. So
it does, and like scientists also don't get funded as easily as they should be.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, we don't need it.
That's true. I don't think people really like, I mean, I think that there's a misconception about like what it costs to do a lot of these things, whether it be in medicine or just otherwise, and like how much red tape goes into getting these things done. And that prevent it from happening, which is why it takes years and years to get cures and medicine and blah, blah, blah.
And I think when it comes to nature, too, there's always that fear of accidentally bringing in or either like to the environment you're exploring or bringing up something that you shouldn't be bringing up.
Yeah, unleashing the next zombie apocalypse. Yes, you're gonna dip into a cave or something like that, and it's gonna be some ancient virus, and there we go, the end of civilization. Thank you, science.
Just as Mari says, so exploring can also mean destroying. And I think that unfortunately, that's always going to be the truth, that we unintentionally will destroy things.
Yeah.
And people have purposefully destroyed things because like people are assholes at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah. Yep. And it's how much we value certain things as well. I remember what was it when they were like burning down the rainforest and stuff, and then decades down the road they're like, hey, maybe we should burn these rainforests down, so now we need to raise money to save them. It's like,
Maybe we shouldn't have done this thing that we did.
right, not even thinking about all the people that they've displaced or just the natural, the the ecosystem that they've like disrupted. No, but now
All
that
this-
the money is involved, let's not do it anymore.
All the species that are dead.
Right, exactly.
Another interesting thing was a mind-boggling volcano map of all the volcanoes at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh my God.
There is 19,000, 1900,000, or however you say 19,000
Volcanoes?
underwater volcanoes.
Do they ever erupt? Like the
Yes.
ones really? Okay.
Eruptions work differently, obviously, because
The water.
and an active a volcano can be active and not erupting necessarily.
Right.
They think that this map can help them learn more about the ocean's currents, plate tectonics, and climate change. So hopefully we can learn more about the Earth through that. I hope so too. That would be nice.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know there were so many under the I didn't even know one volcano existed under under
Yeah.
sea, let alone how many 1900.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's like where you get the really interesting, because a lot of plates, so like the Earth is built up of tectonic plates, and those are where like you can kind of follow the edges of the plates based on all the mountains and volcanoes, because when the plates crash and like grind and whatever against each other, they go like up and they make these mountains and volcanoes, and most of them are underwater.
What?
Yeah.
Well, but then even if it goes off, it doesn't go off, right? It doesn't erupt the way that it erupts above ground. Okay. Because I was like, that would be crazy, because that would destroy a bunch of, but then it won't do that. I wonder why.
Because like when magma comes up, it's really, really hot, and so if the water is cold,
gotcha,
it kind of forms that plate. Yeah. Like, and you can see it above water because some volcanoes are closer to the surface than others. I have to find you an example and send it to you.
So is that like the what happens, that you can create a tsunami?
Yes, tsunamis can come from
underground.
That's terrifying.
Underwater volcano. That is terrifying. That's scary.
I don't think we could I think as people we couldn't leave species undiscovered. I think as people we would just be like, no, that's not.
Right, because they could be aliens, and then what? Like we have to make sure that we know what's happening with all these little organisms.
Maybe we deserve, and maybe we do. Maybe we deserve a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I think the most likely thing would just be like a really difficult to cure disease.
Yeah.
But
even man-made a zombie plague would be, well, yeah, it would be hard to sustain, because we've already seen enough movies to know how to beat them. Like if you're getting bested by a zombie, you just haven't watched enough movies. You should know better. Aim for the head. That's just what it is.
You should know better.
We know how to survive during these things now.
We hope. That's what we hope.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks we could survive, but I don't know how many people could actually survive.
I mean, most
Um,
people can't even run up there. A lot of people can't even bust a light jog without getting out of breath. So
no,
I
that's
doubt.
true. Our favorite people who can't wash their dishes without breaking a sweat.
I always say if there was ever like a zombie apocalypse, I would be taken out because I would be I would like die in a stupid way because I always have headphones on. So that would be it. Like I wouldn't hear the
You
zombie
would hear
behind
the
me
song.
because I'd be listening to like music or something. Like, oh, that was it. I tried.
Oh well, we're not all gonna make it. So here's some more fun things discovered in the ocean, with some video. So it's not common you get these things on video because like again, to find it you have to wait forever to find it, and then again you have to wait a really long time with the camera.
Yeah.
So I want to see where it is. Here's where they captured those snailfish that we were talking about. Look at it.
Oh, that's not too bad looking.
Or a ribbon, like the way
Yeah.
it's a juvenile. Yeah, they're not that bad.
Okay, it's actually a ugly cute fish.
It's kind of cute. They have all see how tiny the eyes get?
Mm-hmm.
So there was that.
No,
That's
that's
fine.
not too bad looking.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, it's that. And then they've also discovered a giant, enormous octopus colony.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Okay.
Octopus, octopi. Is it octopi?
I guess it would be octopi.
Yeah, they're terrifying to me. Like, I do not like
Kind of
them.
cute though. Look at them. They're all like taking little naps.
Oh my god.
I think they're
I saw-
actually. Oh, go ahead.
I saw someone eating an octopus, and I guess it like when they made it, it wasn't like all the way gone or whatever. Or I don't know if it just after it still has the instincts or what have you. But all I know is that it was sticking to like the side of the person's mouth, and I was like, "No, I'm good." Mm-mm.
That's like a freshly killed,
Yeah,
maybe not exactly dead,
yeah,
because it's not supposed to do that.
not for me.
Yeah, and it looks like they're brooding. It says that they're brooding, so there might be eggs.
Oh, okay.
So this is a cave or a set of caverns that are 8,200 feet down. And here it says vents that emit hot, chemical-rich fluids into the water. This water heated by the earth can support ecosystems. So look at little deep sea octopus and shells and those weird barnacles. Bub, you can't come over here. See, look at they lifted up the rock.
Really, the octopus did it?
No, the scientists had to do it, but they lifted up and they found.
Oh, and that's where all the little things are that they found.
Yeah.
Oh.
They brought some of them up, which I don't know why you would. They also this year filmed a phantom jelly. I don't know if it'll show. Now they don't usually see these. Their arms are 10 meters in length.
Well, what's that?
The jellyfish.
No. What's 10 meters? Oh, 33 feet. Is that what I'm seeing?
33 arms. Yeah.
You know, us Americans, we don't use the same metric system everybody.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
We're so like.
It says they have no stinging tentacles, but they wrap their prey like they wrap it up and they make like a. But they filmed it, which is really pretty. I'm gonna use it again, and this footage is sped up.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
I know, and it looks like.
Wow!
Isn't that like kind of? It's phenomenal. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it is. It actually really is. It's very pretty to see from the outside in, but
yeah, it almost looks like you put like someone's scarves down in the water.
Right,
You know what
exactly. Yes. Looks like ribbons in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bub says hello. He keeps trying to.
Oh, hey, Bob. Yeah, exactly. Unprotected. Like, what's that in American?
Yeah, I always and I forget all the time because it's just not something I think about on a regular basis,
But
right?
it's funny because even my friends of mine that come from the Caribbean, they whenever they do math, they do it like from as if they were still there, and I'm like, you gotta translate that. I'm American. I don't know what
I'm
you're saying.
American. I don't know what's happening.
I don't like feeling stupid. Please translate that. And the ghostly oh
So
ooh.
here's another little octopus, and this is from Nautilus. Let me see it here. I have to skip a bit. So yeah, they have like these little lights, and and that's all like bioluminescent stuff that flashes. They like
Oh,
signal
man.
each other. So here's the little octopus.
I want to go to a bioluminescent. There's one in Puerto Rico, where they have the bioluminescent like organisms or whatever, and if you put your hand in the water, you see it light up, and they do like tours at night. Yeah, beautiful.
The Monterey Bay Aquarium has so much cool stuff. I think didn't they release a exhibit of deep water, like a deep water exhibit, not too long ago?
Then,
I think so. I would like to
that's
go
cool.
there.
Look at that. That's. I mean, he's just
Just
chilling.
chilling. That's what they
Yeah.
do down there. It's just chilling. He's like, yeah, and then that's probably why they call it a Dumbo octopus there.
It's like the pandas of the sea, just hanging out.
I don't think they're very big either. From my understanding, they're not very large. And yeah, they just like, and a lot of the time, as scientists are just like, I think if we listen to the audio, they'll just be like,
It reminds me of almost like a turtle on their.
Oh yeah, like the turtles, and they kind of flap their fins.
Just hanging out.
yeah, and the scientists just talk like that while they do it.
I
They're
mean,
having a good time.
that is quite like the life, and I think that's what fascinates me about pandas. Is like they just hang out, you know what I mean? Like they're just there, and I don't know, that's kind of cool.
We'll have a cat detour. This is, remember those tiny kittens I had?
Yes.
This
oh my
is
God,
one of
look how
them.
big they are now.
All growing up. Who likes to stick his paw in my water.
Oh God.
Doesn't matter what I'm doing. And yeah, I like watching these videos too because they're just kind of relaxing.
They are very soothing, like very relaxing.
So here is another terrifying well, not terrifying, but here is another jellyfish. They don't have a name for it yet, and I cannot say its genus. So that's its genus right there.
Mm.
Ow.
Beautiful.
Look at
Should I
this.
do a little?
And just look how, like, listen how excited they are.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness!
Oh,
Look at that
sorry.
symmetry.
Yeah, go ahead and do like a partial.
What is that?
Can we turn the lasers off?
I've
Wow.
Never seen
That's
that.
interesting looking.
And it
Yeah,
just
that's
hangs
like a
out.
Motion characteristic of a jellyfish.
I mean, that is a
Layla,
jelly.
Are you okay with the lasers off?
Lasers off.
Oh, that's
yes.
pretty.
Oh, what's that?
Nice.
That looks so
It's like,
cool on the
wow.
inside.
I know,
Oh
right?
my gosh, that is awesome.
I've never seen one with this many arms. I
Well,
mean, it's only
they're
three, but
not
still.
arms. They must be modified tentacles.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just peaceful to
my
watch them,
gosh.
honestly.
And
It
then
is.
something else. Oh, a sea cucumber.
This is just a little sea
What?
cucumber.
And
Yeah,
that's
this
so
is
deep that it's
fun.
like really dark down there. Like I remember when we did the
I have
last
no
one,
idea what
and
it
like the
is.
further down you go, the more sparse. Like you're not gonna get as many animals, and they're smaller.
This is what
And
I
it's
was
like
really
it's really
hoping
dark.
to see.
So they're just hanging out like by themselves.
It's
Really,
just
it's
chilling.
just
It's having a nice time.
That's so cool.
Another interesting thing with the color of it is
Yes,
those
Steve
colors
said
don't
helmet jelly with less tentacles.
generally
That looks pretty it, but also
the waves
the way the tentacles are
aren't as
protruding from the
visible
top, that
or
is-
invisible.
Yeah, and like angled
So
to
it's
each other.
for other
Yeah.
fish at that pretty hard
You
to
say it's
see,
helmet jelly?
if not
Yes,
impossible.
we don't
But-
know
but-
what it is.
Ah,
Looks most
cool.
That's so
display
pretty. That
for a
is very
hollow
pretty.
jelly.
It is.
That's our
Like it's little
educated
like it looks
guess,
like it's
but
got storks
not
on it.
sure, 'cause this
Like little
is
stork heads.
really
Mhm.
interesting. Wow, look at that. It was really cool when it flipped to the side. You could see the
Let's see if it'll
red
flip.
Yeah.
the mouth
Underbody.
part.
You need to flip back around for us just so we can see
Oh
that
my
again.
gosh, that's so beautiful. I'm
No.
good.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Yeah, a lot of the
So
structures
neat.
of jellyfish get covered by their kind of like dome part, and
Mhm.
they're really interesting to look at.
I'm protected. I don't know what to do. You're I live too close to chaos, apparently.
An unprotected Lex has also been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and I do know that their conservation efforts are like real important. They do a lot, and I think they have a lot of exhibits that like you can't really keep anywhere else in the world either.
Mm.
Now I want to introduce you to something really fun and fantastical called nudibranches.
Oh, I love fantastical stuff.
So
Oh,
a lovely collection of nudibranches. They recently discovered a new one that has been lovingly called the gummy squirrel.
Oh.
But here we're just going to look at some fun photos of them. And so they're kind of like sea cucumbers. They're usually really small.
That is interesting looking.
This one doesn't even have a name yet, so this is just a nameless little guy, little fella. Here is a fun little lobster. Is it yeah, it's a lobster like.
I wonder what like the lifespan of some of these are. Like how long are these lasting out there?
I don't think very long.
Mm.
This is the new gummy squirrel.
Okay, that actually looks it does look like a gummy.
And it looks like a squirrel with its big tail, you know what I mean?
Yes, uh-huh. It does. Okay, I see it.
There's the underside, so you can see all its like little feety things going on, and
oh my god!
I don't know what this is. It's like a fish, or no, it's like an egg sac almost. It looks like it doesn't really say on the thingy. My very scientific words.
Sort of sack.
The thingy. This is another little deep sea cucumber.
Yeah, look at how see-through. That's cool. That's cool as hell.
It looks like Jello.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another kind of fantastic one that's a little spiky. And look at the faintest bit of patterning that you can see on it, which I think is kind of one of the neat things, is you can just see the littlest, faintest bit of patterning. This
that
looks like a broom.
Yeah, leaf or something, but not leaf.
It's actually an animal, not a plant. Crinoid, I think. You can also find lots of fossils of these guys. This is a little slime star. You can see its mouth and all the little feeties. Those are actually like its feet, and I think that's weird to call them feet.
Wait, those are feet? They look like teeth.
Those, yeah, that's kind of how they move things around. So they're like feet hand grabberies. It's another kind of fun. Lycra.
Looks like a decoration, like something you put on.
Yeah. Woo! Just a nice classical sea star with little spikies. This is a soft coral. So it's like a regular coral, but it's like squishy.
Yeah. That trips me out how like transparent these things are. Or some of them are.
Yeah. Well, and the underside is not very attractive. No, but I don't think it tries to be attractive. You know what I mean? Like it's just existing. So it's okay. We can't be too mad.
Look at this joint. Oh yeah. This one means business.
Apparently, like these spines, they can move them around.
No, really?
Yeah, that's how they kind of get around.
Hmm.
This is microfauna, which means it's like, or macrofauna, so it's like teeny. Teeny, teeny, teeny.
That looks like a toupee. Not a bad one.
Like a really bad one.
Yeah.
I also have some fun videos, so I'll just do this quick and get to them.
Urchin. I like these things. The energy available is what designs a lot of these species. Who will evolve around whatever is available?
Yeah, I think that's one of the really interesting things is just seeing how some of this stuff evolves.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have some more fun things. I keep saying that, like, I apologize. So these are called sea angels.
Hey, I like that. That's dope. What
They're predatory too, actually.
are they?
Yeah, they like eat other things.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like, they're not poisonous or nothing, right?
No,
Or
but
would
I
we
don't know
not
if I'd
ever
want to
know?
like touch one, because sometimes if you touch things, you can get poisoned by them. Sea angels are adorable.
Oh my
And they're
god, that's so
in
dope.
Animal Crossing too, actually.
Really? I'm about
Yeah.
to play Animal Crossing just so I can do that.
See, Mario, if they turn vicious
Oh,
when they
really?
attack.
You see
Yeah.
what I mean? I was like, I'll be toast. Like trying to pet the sea angel.
So this is in California. I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
This is in California, and this is just in tide pools.
Oh.
And these are called, these are those nudie branches.
Oh, those are cool looking.
They're just existing.
Ugh,
They
what
just
is
hang
that?
out. That's like its little feather tail butt.
Like a sponge.
Yeah, they're like sea slugs. But fancy.
Wow. It's wild how really, like, I don't know how to pronounce it, how to say it. Like, I'm not gonna say ugly because I don't think they're ugly, but like how interesting some of these sea creatures are, specifically like the deeper you go.
This one
Like how they
is called a Spanish dancer.
Hey, that one is, I like the color on it. Oh
And
my
it
god,
looks
that's
like
such
a
pretty
ribbon.
color. Mm-hmm.
Again. So I do have some slightly longer videos. Take a break to enjoy a little funny one.
Or you should be grateful. Reason 1,000,004, you should be grateful you're not a fish. The gulper eel. This is unacceptable. And before you say, no, this is cute, stop. I don't want to hear it. Look at it. They can open their mouth wide enough to eat prey larger than themselves. Look.
That's terrible. Look at it do that thing.
Yes.
It just becomes a balloon.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Are you kidding me? No. If I was a fish, this would be the most disrespectful way to go.
Resting.
Right?
So
That's frightening.
yeah. I don't think we got a chance to talk about it
fierce
before,
competition, no sunlight, and
but
scarce food
I'll turn
and
it down so we
nutrients.
can kind of chat. This is what's called a whale fall,
Mhm.
and they're phenomenal, amazing. And it's when the carcass of a whale hits the ocean
Oh
floor,
yes. Mm-hmm.
and these little oases of like food and resources draw all these really unique species together for a period of time.
Right, because they're able to feed on it, right? And sort of
Mhm.
like it can feed them for, I mean, a while.
A while, yeah.
Mhm.
But also,
Can
then
they-
it's like, yeah. Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
Because this is deep, right? Like this drops like really, really.
Yeah.
So you have like fishes or like creatures that typically have like scarce food sources, have just an abundance of food for a
Mhm.
while. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So here is a fun little discovery news clip.
Discover a new species lurking in the depths of the Southern Ocean. This is the Antarctic strawberry feather star. Weird looking thing, isn't it? Researchers describe it as pretty large.
That looks like somebody we know.
Off of its body, lives in waters 200 to 3,000 feet
Except it has more hair.
Which is great, by the way, if you get some
Yeah, a
downtime.
lot more
It seems
hair.
They have been on several research expeditions since 2008.
This looks so weird. Is
What a weird looking thing that is.
Is
Today
that
I would like to
Yana?
discuss how goddamn cool
okay?
That
This is
is
a good
crazy.
video.
sea slugs are. There are like a million of these things, and each one is cooler than the last one, so I just want to go over as many as I can. We have the lettuce sea slug, which looks like that kind of candy that doesn't taste good, but it's really pretty. And I don't know if it's poisonous or not. It didn't say it in my research, but I am going to touch it if I see it. That's just what's going to happen. The blue velvet head shield sea slug, which looks like some kind of Destiny 2 armor. It is so
Ooh.
badass. You're telling me this thing makes the electricity, but this thing doesn't? That makes zero sense. This thing should be putting out 1,000 volts.
I agree.
So gosh darn electric. RuPaul's warty slug. I know it's not actually RuPaul, but this thing is drag. This thing is camp. That's kind of a mean name for something this pretty.
Oh,
I feel
wow,
like whoever
look at
named
that.
it was jealous of its natural beauty. How about the purple line unidentia? This thing is like a biblically accurate
pretty.
angel. Scientists haven't even studied these things that much because they're hard to find, which means they're rare, which means they're important. And also the purple Mediterranean sea slug, which looks like a character in an RPG that would sell me useful trinkets. Can you see him in a little cave somewhere with a cane, just like giving you things? That's, I don't know, maybe I'm mentally ill.
Yeah, mentally ill. Oh, here's a video of a
This
sea
is one of the most graceful.
little fella and how violent they actually are.
Oh, hell yeah. I want to see this.
Yes, it does. They create really cool environments, and they're phenomenal. And it's always so cool to watch whale fall videos.
That's kind of cool.
Look at it just flapping around.
If they're gonna attack, that's what I want to see.
They're ferocious predators.
Oh, snap.
Four inches per second. That's pretty fast for a little guy.
Oh, fight. Damn.
Look at it.
Oh, those are so cool looking though. Oh man.
Oh, they're great. Here's another really. I just have
What's
lots of
existing where they
shorts.
live, how come they haven't been filmed in their natural
This is
habitat
about
before?
colossal squids.
People have been really interested in our colossal squid videos, but some people have been asking that if the whole world knows that colossal squids exist and where they live, how come they haven't been filmed in their natural habitat before? Well, first, their natural habitat is brutal. Colossal squids live in deep underwater canyons in Antarctica. Getting ships out there is difficult because of possible icebergs and getting stuck in the ice. And for the handful of ships that are able to break through the ice, there's even fewer that have submersibles on board rated for those depths. And secondly, colossal squids are highly suited for their cold, dark environment and are going to win this hide and seek game. People who work with wild animals know they do not show up on cue. And yes, we've also seen the comments saying we should put a camera on a sperm whale since they hunt colossal squids. But do you know how hard tagging whales already is? Strapping a camera to one is even harder, and
sperm
even
whales
if
are
done,
massive,
there's no
too.
guarantee that that particular
They are
sperm whale
big.
will hunt a colossal squid. So yeah, while we have lots of ideas of how we would find and film the squid, there's a reason why it hasn't been done before. But if anyone were to do it, they'd need the world's most advanced research vessel.
So really quickly,
What is that?
this is a Tarek 5 video. But really quickly, have you ever read Moby Dick?
No. I know it's about a
Um,
whale though.
Yeah, and he's fighting this like massive whale. It's a
Mhm.
sperm whale. Sperm whales are huge, and they have like sharp
Oh.
teeth.
Oh, is that the killer whale, right? Like, that's
No.
what they would no, it's not? Okay.
Here, I'll show you what a sperm whale looks like.
I mean, with a name like sperm whale, you probably should be a little more on the ferocious side.
Switch.
Yeah, them little angel fish were crazy. That's wild.
So these are sperm
Oh my
whales.
god.
They have teeth. And you see all that scarring is from fights with squids.
They be scrapping in the sea, huh?
They do, and
Fighting.
what's really terrifying is that they can go like to those depths and then come back up.
Which is uncommon, right? Like a lot of fish, like they can go to whatever depth they can go to. Like they don't often get to go too low if because of their body, correct or no?
Yeah, some fish just can't, and some mammals can't. There are a few exceptions because there's always exceptions to the rule.
Right.
And then I'm going to look up sleeping because I hate how they sleep, and now I'm going to make you all suffer with me. That's how they sleep. They just sleep upright.
Like upright like that? That's
yeah.
That's freaky.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah. That's actually kind of scary. That's frightening. Sperm whales like it deep. Good one, Arxenium.
Arxenium. They do look like torpedoes. Maybe
Yeah.
that's where we got the idea for torpedoes. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart. I can't tell you. But
I believe it.
Yeah. This is terrifying.
Start telling everybody that.
To support. It's the year 1715, and you're looking for some ways to make some extra cash. So you design this diving barrel so that you can dive on shipwrecks and salvage whatever valuables you find there. It's made of oak, it's 6 feet long. You stick your hands through the armholes, which are sealed with oiled leather cuffs. This giant macaroni noodle is the work of a wool merchant from England named John Lethbridge. You could dive to about 60 feet and
People are diving in that.
Hell no.
That's what they were doing.
I'm not even necessarily claustrophobic, but that would trigger claustrophobia I may have. That would trigger it.
And 60 feet is deep. The idea for
that's pretty. Yeah.
I want to blow up the other boat, but don't want them to see the explosion coming. What can we do? Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
No, they got it from sperm whales.
Yeah, exactly, Arxenium.
For about 30 minutes, according to Lethbridge himself.
30 minutes.
But an ocean engineering scholar did some calculations. He thinks if you did stay down there for 30 minutes, you'd be practically unconscious by the end. So Lethbridge was being a little generous with his math. Questionable math aside, the suit seems to have worked out pretty well for him, because a couple sources say that on his first salvage dive, he recovered 25 chests of silver and 65 cannons, which are worth a lot of money.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, that is an adorable. That looks like
Meet
a
one of the
cow.
cutest animals that you didn't know existed, the sea sheep.
Oh my
They're
God.
also called leaf sheep
Oh, a
or leaf
sheep,
slugs.
yes.
This sea slug uses photosynthesis and is one of few animals that actually does so. These little guys only reach a maximum size of 1 centimeter, and it has these 2 little black eyes and 2 rhinophores, which look like antennae or, to some, sheep's ears. These rhinophores help them navigate and find food in the water, and the sea sheep gets its green color from a rarely observed process known as kleptoplasty, where the animal can keep chloroplasts from the algae that it eats. In doing this, the animal can gain energy from photosynthesis as well, and these chloroplasts are found on the serrata found on the animal's back. This
Aren't they? And like they got the little antennas and the little. I don't even think those are those actual.
solar-powered sea slug was only discovered around 3 decades ago, but it appears to be doing just fine population-wise, and it is thought that there's not that many threats to this animal. It is able to blend in quite well to its environment, which it typically spends a lot of its time on green algae that it consumes, and this helps the animal stay away from predators.
Reason 1.
I mean, but they're tiny. You said 1 centimeter?
Yeah, they're small. But the thing is when everything's small. Yes, the sperm whale is the Moby Dick whale, except apparently it was like phenomenally large, and also based on a real story when they did whaling. I could never be a whaler.
Wait, what's a whaler?
A whaler is someone who hunts whales. They would hunt the whale for the
blubber.
The blubber and the bones you could use for things, the teeth. But it was a really difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to imagine these whales are huge.
Yeah.
But here, we have this little fun. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but okay. Well, I'm just going to have to ignore the ad that I'm getting in French. Okay.
Oh.
He's riding the jellyfish.
Oh, that's pretty.
Which is cute. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder how often they do that.
Right.
Oh, here we go. This is kind of a neat.
Ecosystem was just found underneath the ocean floor. Yeah, Here's what's happening. So back in the 70s, we discovered new forms of life living next to hydrothermal vents produced by underwater volcanoes. This is in the deep ocean. And it was our first observation of life that didn't use light to produce energy, which confirmed that they instead use a process of creating energy from chemical reactions called chemosynthesis. Not to mention all the crazy new creatures that were down there. But now we've confirmed that life doesn't just live in and near these vents. It also lives under the surface. By using a remote operated vehicle to flip over pieces of the seafloor.
They're just
Scientists
flipping
found
rocks at the
thriving
bottom of the
communities
ocean.
Bacteria and tube worms and snails and all kinds of stuff, which helps explain how these creatures colonize vents in the first place and then travel to new ones. Scientists were psyched about this discovery, and I get why.
We made a discovery even better than what I was expecting. This is a real discovery that will change our view on life at vents.
If you like this kind of optimistic science and tech stories, follow for more.
So
That is
yeah,
kind of interesting.
just gonna put this on.
Protect the legs.
Nautilus Live again is like a channel that if you want to, they do so many neat things. So I just have some neat facts that I wanted to share that I don't necessarily have video to go with, but it's like a bad Uber ride. What if the jellyfish ate you after? Because it might do that. On octopuses, did you know that the mother octopus like looks after her eggs until she dies?
No, I didn't know that. Wait, how long are the eggs eggs? And
I'd have to check, drop my phone. I'd have to double check.
Wait, why does she have to die? So after the octopus lays eggs, it dies?
No, she lays the eggs and cares for them.
Uh-huh.
And when she does that, she refuses to go hunt. She refuses to leave them, and she's constantly using her energy to keep them safe and to get water going around them. And 6 to 7 months on average.
Oh, so she starves herself.
Yeah, she literally just kind of
Essentially.
starves herself to death.
Wow.
Another interesting fact recently is that there have been the orcas that have been sinking boats, but orcas off the coast of South Africa have started diverting the migratory habits of great white sharks because there's these 2 orcas that just eat great white shark livers. They just decimate them and eat the liver.
So are they? So the great white sharks are moving to other places?
Yeah, they're avoiding the area.
How is that affecting? Like, do they need the great white shark in that area?
It probably is beneficial to have the great white shark in the area, but orcas also would be eating similar things.
Zombie orcas.
They're not zombies. They're starboard and what the heck? They're 2. It's a pair. It's 2 specific ones. And
They're menaces.
They are. Orcas are terrible.
They're just fucking menace to the sea. Like, what?
Some of the animals can camouflage so phenomenally well.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, they're just eating the liver. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
And they're just eating the liver. Outside of that, like,
yeah, I don't think they're doing much else. They're just kind of eating their livers, which is scary to think about.
I mean, well, are they only doing that with the great white, or is that like extending to other creatures or even people?
Mostly just the great white sharks.
Yeah, they must be tasty or something because they
it must be delicious.
Like, damn, like, Jesus.
But they also, I mean, orcas are terrible, actually.
Really?
They're great and they're amazing, but they're also terrible. Because they are very aggressive. They're like wolves. So they're pack hunters. They're very aggressive. And they have created a never-ending beef with humpback whales.
Okay. Now
And I
it's
say
making
beef because
sense.
it's really a beef. If a
It's on
humpback
site.
whale, yeah, basically, it's not even on site. If they hear it, there's
It's
going to
on
be
site.
problems.
Wait, okay, now we got to get into, are the killer whales associated with the humpback whales? Like, are they like aligned with each other? Because then that would make sense about the liver thing.
No, they're enemies to the
the
very
ki-
core.
So the humpback whale and the killer whale are enemies?
Yeah.
Well, damn, none of these motherfuckers can get along. So I thought there was like a link or something. No, orcas is just out here on their own mission apparently. Damn.
The ones that have been attacking boats actually was led by an adult female. And orcapods tend to be what's the term when it's women that lead? Matriarchal.
Uh-huh.
They tend to, like male orcas will almost spend their entire lives with their mother and their grandmother. So
Okay.
really intensive bonds that way. But this one adult female has been teaching all these baby ones, like all these younger orcas, to attack the boat.
Oh, yo, that's hilarious.
She got mad and was like, "I'm going to ruin everybody's day."
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, orcas and orcas and humpback whales have Hatfield versus McCoy kind of beef.
And then humpback whales and then killer whales also have beef, right?
Well, orcas and killer whales are the same.
I mean, okay, so orcas and killer whales are the same. Wait, so what's different about them?
Just names. They get called killer whales because they kill like a shit ton of things in the ocean. They are. But in the wild, they haven't necessarily attacked people. Now, when orcas have been in captivity, and I don't think whale keeping and keeping dolphins in captivity is necessarily something we should be doing because we can't provide for them the way that they need. Then they kill people.
Okay.
So they're usually called orcas to kind of soften the killer whale look, but you can use them kind of interchangeably.
Oh, okay. So wait, they're eating their own people's livers?
Well, a great white
They're
shark.
the same? Oh, great white shark. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So orcas, which is also like a killer whale, is on site with the great white shark, and then the humpback whale don't like the orcas either, right?
Yeah. The sharks is just this particular pair of two, though. It's just these two.
Okay.
The really weird thing about the interesting thing about the humpback whale and orca beef, because is that if an orca whale pod engages in a hunt and a humpback whale hears that, they usually travel in groups as well, they will disrupt the hunt. They will actively stop it. And even if they're unsuccessful in protecting whatever the orcas are hunting and it dies, they will continue to harass the orcas. So they don't even get to eat it.
That is fascinating. Like them having beef like that is so fascinating to me because it's like it seems kind of petty. Like, do you really need to do that?
Well, maybe stop eating their babies so they wouldn't have such a problem.
Yeah. Well, that's also. Oh, so they eat their babies. Okay, now we know what it is. All right, it'd be on site for me too.
They've been seen protecting seals from orcas, and they've protected people.
Oh, so the orcas are going around eating babies.
Orcas eat babies. Orcas, no discrimination.
Damn, unprotected Lexus Wright sounds like a bunch of underwater assholes.
It sounds like they want to use tools, but they don't know how, so they're just gonna rip apart boats. Like,
because you did say that they're very smart, right?
They are. They're very intelligent. Actually, I think I have some other interesting videos of seeing marine life mimicking human voices. I think I would, yeah, where did that one go? So here, I'm going to show you. Again, they're just short clips because I don't want to use anything that might get copyrighted. And that's always the risk with
Yeah, with
wildlife
the,
stuff.
it is. Because I remember when we did the viewer's choice, and some of the wildlife stuff got
My
copyrighted.
frogs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a beluga.
Oh, belugas are cute but ugly. That's a beluga whale? Why does it sound like that?
Because it's trying to mimic human speech.
But they do that intentionally?
Yes.
They're trying to. Oh, that's cool.
Here's a squid that, or a seal that did it.
Oh my god.
That's about it.
Pretty funny.
But they'll mimic human speech.
Mm-hmm. People around them. They do
Yeah.
sound like drunk old men. Yes.
The seal, I think, was rescued by a dock worker.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of hung around the dock after that and started to mimic him. And he had like a really heavy Scottish accent. So it started talking with a Scottish accent.
That's funny.
There was a spy beluga too, actually. So Russia, although I don't think they've ever claimed it was them, tried to use a beluga as a spy. And they strapped like a little harness to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out because the beluga is like super friendly. Oh my. You are a terrible organization.
Really? Well, it's a spy.
Allegedly. I love the really dramatic music.
Yeah. The same below keep coming.
They do. People have tried to train animals to do crimes for them,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it works. But I don't want to show too much more, just in case they go like, "Yeah, this is a news article." This was a really famous clip that happened. Someone dropped their phone, and this whale was like, "Oh, we're gonna play fetch."
Like, hey, time to play. Let's go.
Let's be friends. Yeah. And you can be like, they're very intelligent, even if like people kind of think they look a little dorky.
They do. They look like doofuses, but I
cannot for the life of me say what they've named him.
Mhm.
But this whale, unfortunately, starts to, because like Russia isn't claiming that they did this. And so this whale has been like running around unintentionally, because it's friendly, unintentionally causing issues, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because we'll go to like fishing, like fish farms and start disrupting. So there's like this whole website dedicated to tracking him and keeping him safe. But he is the Russian spy whale. So they're just trying to keep him safe because it's not his fault, right? Like he didn't.
I mean, but what? Like, why would he be in danger? Because he didn't. Because he didn't. Just because he's a spy? Because they say he's a spy?
Because if he's disrupting like factory farming or gets too close to the wrong people, he may be killed.
That's so sad. Like he's
I
trying to
know.
be out
just
there
wants to be a
living his
friend.
beluga life, and they just they put him in danger. Jesus Christ!
I know. So yeah, he kind of just showed up in Norway of
Damn.
2019 with a harness, and he's so accustomed to interacting with people. But he's not like he has a lot of issues because he isn't like conditioned necessarily to spend time with his own kind. He comes to the industrial salmon farms and they worry about him being safe, and they worry about him getting too close to boats, and also people just ruin it for everyone anyway.
All the time.
So this whole organization, just if you want updates, they're doing good work. They also like work to protect other belugas, but he just like hangs out.
Like, look at his face. He really just looks like he's trying to hang out. Like,
Look at
and
this
here
little
they
man.
come.
Look
Like,
at
trying to
him.
mess with him. Like,
He's just
damn.
a little guy. He's just a little
messed
friend.
up.
I know, it's terrible.
They're huge too. Like when I went to what was it, Atlanta, they have a big aquarium. I think it's one of the biggest ones in the country, if I'm correct. And they have the exhibit where basically like you walk through the tunnel and the aquarium is around you, and they're full of beluga whales. And it was the first time I've ever seen a beluga whale, like, and it was above me. And I got a little scared. I was like, God damn, because they huge. Yes.
They
Oh my
are
God.
very large. And they're not even like a big whale, which is mind
In
blowing.
comparison to the other ones?
Yeah, like other whales are so much bigger. But beluga whales can crossbreed with narwhals.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what they produce is called, but they can crossbreed. But I just think I just feel bad for the poor little Russian spy beluga.
Hey, minding his own beluga business, and here they come trying to wrap him up in some bullshit, and now he got to deal with people trying to get at his head because they want to wrap him up with some bullshit. Like, that's foul. That is just trifling.
The poor animals that just get wrapped up in this stupidest shit.
And because of us.
It is. It happened to pigeons during the First World War.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They would like actively attempt to just shoot pigeons that fly out, and that happened also not too long ago. There was like this sea lion that would, I can't remember its name, I think it was in California, that would get on this dock, and it was just like so big that she would unintentionally like make some boats sink a little bit more.
Oh damn.
And then some kids like got too like, and then people were getting too close to her. And then you know how they solved the problem is they killed her.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because
right, that's how they solved the
nothing
problem
else
of
to
the
do,
animal.
apparently.
Animal makes mistake. Gotta kill it.
They gotta go. Which sea lions are pretty well. I've only ever seen them like at the aquarium when they do like the shows and stuff like that. And they really do look like lions. Like one of them, we were like up close, and he got right in my father's face. I was like, ooh. But it's like cute, but also frightening in a way because they are so big. Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite large. I was just trying to look how much they live for like 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that longer than dogs?
That's a lot longer than dogs.
How long is dogs? Like what's their
It depends on the breed. We're renaming the beluga spy whale to Paul now.
Yeah, his name is Paul, according to Molly.
His name is Paul. Large dogs live to a max of like 13 is usually a good max year.
Really? 13 years.
Younger dogs can live a lot longer, but sometimes people let their hot take. Some people let their little dogs live a lot longer and continue with health problems. I don't know why they do that.
Oh, you mean like they're quicker to put down a bigger dog than they are a younger one?
Well, dogs tend to have a lot of health symptoms. Especially when you get certain ones because just the way their muzzles are set and to breed something that small.
Yeah.
But the oldest dog, who has unfortunately now passed away, but it's okay.
Mhm.
The longest living dog ever. I'm going to show you a picture of him because he's cute. Was 31 years old.
Whoa, 31?
Yeah, I
What
know,
kind of
right?
dog was
I think he was just a farm dog.
it? Mm,
Let me get the picture up.
that's why it was a hard-working dog.
Yeah, so at the end of his days, he just got to sit around and hang out and enjoy
Mhm.
life on the farm.
I used to want a French bulldog until I found out that they have a lot of breathing problems and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, look at him.
He's just a cute little old man.
He's
cute.
What does he look like? What was his name? I wonder what his name was.
Bobby. He was from Portugal.
Bobby? Oh, that's a dope name. I like that.
Isn't it? That's a great name
I
for
like that name.
an animal. Oh,
I can see it. Well, he does look older though, but damn, 32. Jesus. What's the
Yeah.
name of the oldest cat?
The
Yeah,
oldest
he's
cat was
thick.
Cream Puff.
Cream Puff?
Yeah, I'm pulling up a picture of Cream Puff, who they said lived to 38.
Whoa. How long do cats usually live?
Cats can live at 20 years
Okay.
fairly easily. It does kind of depend. The biggest thing for cats is that they start to develop kidney problems, which may soon be dealt with because scientists are learning how to. Here's Cream Puff. Of course, he's a tortoise shell.
Cream Puff looked like she was over it.
Cream Puff was- Cats. Their scientists are looking into how to help cats with. It's usually kidney failure that gets them.
Oh, okay.
So kidney failure is a fairly common condition in cats.
I think long hair. Yeah, right. Unprotected Cream Puff seen some shit.
Cream Puff is Cream Puff is damn near 40.
I've lived to see some things. I like long hair cats, but I don't know that. I don't know if I could ever have cats because I've never really been around them, around too many of them. Because my mother's very allergic to them, so we've never been able to have cats or even be near them. So I don't know if I'm also allergic or just because she's allergic, I couldn't have them. But yeah, so I've only been around them in passing. But long hair cats are beautiful. Oh my god. I mean, I think all cats are very pretty, but long hair cats.
I went to look up the
I like
oldest
my
horse,
favorite.
and they just have a picture of his taxidermied head, so I'm not going to show that because
Oh no,
it's not for everyone. But he died a long time. He's been
Jesus.
deceased a long time. His name was Billy, and he was 62 years old.
Whoa! How the hell did he live that long? Jesus.
Horses live fairly long lives.
Oh, it was a horse. It was a horse.
Yeah.
Oh. The
turtles
turtle.
live too. There was a turtle. What was that turtle's name? There was a turtle that met Darwin and Steve Irwin.
Well, turtles don't reptiles typically live a long ass time?
Tortoises, I mean.
Unprotected. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, when I get out there, I'll go over there and test out the theory.
Her name was Harriet.
Hmm.
And she was an estimated age of 175 years. I'm
As
gonna
a
grab
turtle?
photo. She was a tortoise. but,
Tortoise.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Just
I'm
the
gonna have
breed?
to look that up. I have no idea, honestly.
Because I used to use it interchange. Well, I'm not really an animal person. I don't know too much about animals, so maybe that's my error. But I thought they were the same. Whoa! Look at them hens.
I know they get huge.
Jesus.
There's Harriet with the youngest.
Wow.
No, I think the daughter's the older one, Bindi.
Wow. Wait, isn't that what's his name?
It's Steve Irwin, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She,
Wow, look at how big that is.
they're quite large. But then that's like, I think I actually have a video for you of Steve Irwin. I found one the other day that I was like, this.
Do they spread like salmonella like turtles do? Yeah, I remember having a turtle and like, well, I didn't have a turtle. My kid's dad had one, and like we had to be careful because we read that it could spread. You could get salmonella or something like that if you handle the turtle and then go and you're not careful.
I think that, yeah, it says they can, but also, I don't know. I saw a little old lady. It's on Instagram. I don't know where it is, but I have to find it. But she's got to be in like her 80s in the video. And she's had the same turtle since she was a little kid.
Oh, wow.
She bought the turtle for like 25 cents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on here? What are you doing? Kookaburra fight. Now stop it. You guys need to make up. You be friends now.
Oh my God.
Aren't
That's
they such
kind of
funky
cool.
little guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a lot better. Now you go over there. You come with me. Crikey. Day's work involves putting out fires, stopping fights, playing with the gators, crocodiles, koalas, kangaroos. Oh, come on, bike.
He was a treasure that we lost too soon.
Oh,
Steve Irwin.
I didn't really follow too much of, but I thought it was interesting. I think I find it fascinating, people that can that get invested in animals like that. Because growing up, I didn't. It's only, I think, in the recent years that I realized that sometimes animals could be way more peaceful than humans.
They usually are.
Like,
I'm like, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's like being surrounded by animals seems to be way more of a better deal than being surrounded by humans. I can see
agree.
it now, like why people get really into wanting to be around animals and help to, like get into conservation efforts and just want to be around a bunch of animals because, like, it makes sense now.
Turtles,
But yeah.
or not turtles, cows hug people, like farm animals too, or even just
Really?
nice. The cows will hug people. Yeah. I was going to say this from Unprotected Lex really quick. I had a tortoise. The biggest difference between turtles and tortoises is that turtles can be in water and tortoises cannot.
Oh, okay.
I did 2 Halafala. I had like all of his VHSs. Here, let me see this quick.
What did Molly say? Oh shit, I can't see. Oh, I don't understand. I know who was afraid of dogs. Oh, well, I was afraid of dogs when I was like a younger kid because we were not really around dogs that often because, like I said, my mother had allergies, and then every house we went to, they had dogs, and so I never like got comfortable to be around dogs. And then when I got older, my kid's dad had gotten a pit bull, and so that was like the first time I took care of a dog. And that's when I started to be like, oh, all right, dogs are not too bad. Like I could, and then I don't know, like I just started seeing videos of pandas and I was like, that's like my spirit animal. Like the way that they just kind of lounge around and
you just chill out.
Yeah, I fell in love with pandas. I was like, this is it. This is if I could be one of them panda nannies, I would.
Yeah, you can go to places and cuddle cows. That's how a cow hugs a person. Horses do it fairly similar, where they just kind of, because they obviously don't have arms, but they put their head on you, and they. So. Yeah.
Oh, this is the horse.
A cow. Yeah.
Oh, cow. I was looking at the other screen. I wanted to. I don't know if you have time to do it, but I thought it'd be like some you can end off with if you want. This guy he takes his duck to all these random places.
Yeah.
And so he took his duck to the Bronx. And
oh my God.
It's like, I thought it was cool because number one, there's a misconception that if like you go to the hood, everybody's gonna, if you let certain people tell it, we're all shooting and hurting each other out here.
Yeah, hey.
In different places or whatever, urban places. And I thought the reception was so like cool because people were just so excited to see this duck.
Yeah. I love these videos too, especially when like kids see them. I'm doing his big oh, he's got little boots.
Like a fork in the road, Ringo. Yeah, it's a fork in the road. Means that there's an adventure here. Today we're gonna go to the hood.
He looks like he would have a pet duck.
Yeah.
A hood liaison.
A hood liaison?
Am I gonna make a vlog? Yeah, you'll be there. What are you doing here? I'm doing the same thing you're doing. You should take your duck to the Bronx. Can you show me around? For sure. There we go.
Oh, we're gonna take a duck to the hood.
Yeah, exactly. We here and then we need a liaison.
Be safe, Lucifer. Hey, looks scary.
Be safe. Yeah.
It's Nereid. All right, see you then. Safe travel.
I love how he has like a little.
Has a little stroller for the duck. It's adorable.
That's so wholesome.
Quack, 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 quack. We brought our snacks. I hope you have some snacks. We got some snacks. I'm trying to get a clip of that. Oh, hell no. I want to dunk to the hood. I want to dunk to the hood.
Well, yeah, if you're riding a bicycle, be safe. Extra
Yes,
safe.
please. I know what that's at.
Oh, yeah.
Want to hear a song? Yo, right to the duck.
To the duck.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, to the duck.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
What did the chicken say to the duck when the duck asked to borrow a buck? He said, good luck for schmucks. Love you.
I like how it just like brings the best out of people. I feel like,
I think animals just kind of do that, though,
Mhm.
like genuinely.
Yeah.
We've been together for 3 years.
What's up, duck? Where you from, man? You got red boots on too? They got red boots?
He
I
matches.
got on red pants? You do. Look at this. This bitch every time I give it
Not playing with you.
That's a big duck too.
Ducks
Do they
are-
usually
they're
get
not-
that big?
I think that particular, like, again, it's breed dependent, but that's a fairly average size.
Ah, okay.
Aw.
I think that's the bad water.
Anything other than that?
The worst water.
The worst water? Oh, son.
Wrinkle agrees.
Wrinkle agrees?
Yeah.
His name is Wrinkle.
A duck is like, yeah, that's just.
A duck in a buggy, yeah. I mean, people put their dogs in them.
Yeah. That must be so great for like everyone too, right? Like, 'cause animals do, they just bring that like warm vibe.
Yeah. I think when you see an animal that you don't typically see, sort of like, and like look, there's a duck walking down the street, like nobody.
And not a duck you would normally see, because that's like a livestock duck, right?
Ah, okay.
So usually if they're like that guy's like, what?
How's it going? Yeah, of course.
Oh, the dog and the duck. That's so sweet. There's a picture of me holding a duck, and I like the duck looks so dead.
Yeah.
Inside, but I just look so excited. The duck wasn't dead; it was a live duck. But you know that like dead stick.
Yeah.
Oh my! If someone get mad, it's the Incredible Hulk.
I think it's like it's really cool. Like this is like my favorite type of content on like TikTok and stuff like that.
Or that Trap House Nature guy, he like he's really good at keeping, like he's a really good pet keeper. But he does like funny videos with his turtles and he names them silly things.
Freddy
And...
Fazbear. That new movie? Yeah, I recognize Freddy anywhere. I just won't play that game. Really? My little cousin does. Do you know anything about it? Yeah?
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
I just wanted to show you.
No, the duck wasn't. Well, is it a petting zoo at an agricultural expo?
Ringo wants to be able to play the game. She doesn't know much about it.
Like to have somebody in the city want to have like a pet duck is like interesting. My father used to have a pet chicken.
They're also very like chickens. Like I think there's this misconception that like domesticated animals like cows, sheep, ducks, chickens can't show affection.
Right.
But they do. They show. They can show affection, and that's why I think factory farming bad. Factory farming bad.
Well, that was it. Well, my dad had he had pigeons at one point. He used to like train pigeons, and then he had a pet chicken, and he said, but then he got turned off from like having those types of animals because my grandparents were like, they were like country people, country Puerto Ricans. So when they didn't have no money for dinner, my father came home one day, and they were feathering the chicken, and he was like, at that point, he's I'm not having no more.
No more. I'm
Because
done.
they didn't eat my chicken.
That is a hard pill to swallow. Is like
Right.
It definitely was something like I think all farm kids grapple with.
Yeah.
I do love taking. Okay, so do you know what a wood tick is?
No.
It's like a little bug, and sometimes they'll bite you and they'll drink your blood, and you can get Lyme disease from them. Whatever.
Oh wow. Okay.
This guy, when I was a lot younger, so I don't remember her as very like I remember her, but she's my parents' friend, and he brought her, like their friend brought her to this thing, and they were outside, and my dad told her that wood ticks would jump out of trees. They don't. But she believed that for years. She believed wood tick, and so in a certain time of summer, she wouldn't walk under trees. Pigs do show affection. We do. Ticks.
Oh, what up, Sparks?
Hello, Sparks. I'm glad you're here. We're laughing at duck. It's just become an animal stream at this point. I do think I have one more video, and then we can probably.
Okay. You could, if you want, you could cut it because I don't know if this guy like doesn't like if you play all his video if he'll like I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know with these people. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to find the video I'm thinking of really quick.
You can get a wig. You can get a weave. You can get an extension. A lot of options.
I love that he's like telling his
Why, thank you.
He's just walking around with this duck.
He is. That's phenomenal. I am going to share his channel really quick too, because I think that's like.
And he does this like he took the duck to Hooters. He takes the duck all over the place. Like he
took the duck to Hooters.
Yeah, he takes the duck everywhere. Like that's.
Now we gotta go get a top cheese.
That is not what I wanted. What did you do that for? Ugh. I'm having a weird time with my laptop now.
It's an apple. Do you want the apple?
Me and my laptop been fighting. Oh, wow, no. I'm in the.
Like Psyduck, try to eat the buddy. Well, I took my duck too. I think everyone should go subscribe to him.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
really cool channel. It's fun. It's lighthearted.
Okay, so this person like finds these videos and then
Mhm.
also does a drawing of them, like a little drawing animation.
Oh, that's dope. Mhm.
So really amazing, but this is a hilarious video.
Wait, what did he see?
He found out the hamster had a nose.
Oh. He's like, oh no.
He's like, no, this is terrible. This is terrible. Why does it have a nose? But yeah, guys, I thank you for joining. I hope you all had fun.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. I love learning about all these things with you because I don't go looking for this information on my own. So I like for it to, I like to learn about it though because it's interesting.
It is. We'll have to maybe plan another one in not
Yeah.
as long a time, but I got lots of random things. But yeah, well, there's so many animals to learn about. You can just
Mhm.
learn about anything, and it's nice too, right? Like just with everything else, it's nice to have.
Yes, with a lot of the other things, it is a nice break from just the regular.
But I don't have an ending song. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. You all stay safe and stay hydrated.
Yes, later, y'all. Have a good one.